Hey everybody, Adam and Andrew here with It Takes Two Takes. We're going to talk about the movie Soul. It's a Pixar film, of course, and it's on Disney Plus. That means you could stream it. We hope you have, because we may be sprinkling some spoilers throughout this one. Adam, I don't know about you, but I feel like I gave my opinion about this film overall without them, but I'm not going to dance around it because it's, who cares? It's 2020. We all have access to the internet. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. If you haven't seen it, this might not be for you. I want this to be for everybody. Listen, like us, subscribe to us, get one of those subscriptions. It's a great gift for people around the holidays. It's zero cost, and you can get those updates with the notification bell. All that stuff works. Okay. Happy holidays. Thanks for watching Soul.
All about dead people.
I see dead people.
Anyone that saw the trailer before going to this film, I think, had some idea what it was about. I feel like I had a good idea based off the trailer, but I was pleasantly surprised at a few twists that happened throughout it. I don't want to say twists, but it turned out differently than I thought from a story standpoint, but we'll get into that in a moment. I think I just want to say overall, like, I felt like this film, through the first half, I was kind of like, all right, very cool world building. I love the animation and the design that they did. Kind of, even in my opinion, like some of the, in the afterworld, it almost reminded me of like a Miyazaki film, just kind of that it's sort of out there and it was taking chances, and I enjoyed that. The story really comes together in the second half, and I will say that it was a very moving film. I don't know that I was as moved by, say, like Coco, which I thought to me had just like insane heart. This film certainly does, but I think this is almost a very appropriate film for the year 2020. I would recommend it to anyone that's lived through this year and can comprehend watching Soul. I don't know that it's a kid movie. It's certainly family friendly, but it doesn't really seem as geared towards kids from a merchandising standpoint and a goofy character.
Are you kidding me? Kids are all about the jazz, man. I mean,
kids are all about the jazz. Trip through the afterlife.
They're all about the jazz. They're all about that. They're absolutely about death and the afterlife, and
my kids could watch an episode of Sesame Street and have a million questions for me. I cannot imagine the questions they would have for me watching this film.
You big fat stupid rotten monster!
I don't have the patience.
But Mom, I thought babies come from storks, not from some hole up in space.
They watched Inside Out several times, and I have to walk out of the room now because the amount of questions they just appreciate it at face value. There's funny characters. They've got different emotions. It's all good. So I'm not saying it lacks something because it's not as kid friendly, but I don't know that it's to its credit to a certain degree. It kind of changes things up. I feel like this is throughout different phases of your life, you're going to appreciate it in different ways. I don't know that a 5-year-old is going to truly appreciate this film the same way they would, obviously, like a Toy Story, and certainly not like a Cars, but even Inside Out to a degree, or Coco. That's all I'm trying to say.
This felt like someone's passion project.
Yeah.
Like, this very much felt like someone had this and had been bugging somebody and bugging someone and bugging somebody, and they finally said, all right, fine, we'll do it. This definitely was not something that I think it has very little appeal towards kids. I mean, there's nothing that is salacious that kids can't watch, but I don't feel like it's geared towards them at all. But at the same time, I don't know. It didn't resonate with me at all.
Really?
I was actually getting bored about halfway through the film.
About halfway is where I was unsure where things were going, and I was kind of like, I'm not sure I'm feeling this, but I feel like in the second half, I completely got roped, and certainly by the conclusion, I thought it was very moving.
Yeah, I wasn't moved. It just didn't do it for me. I admit, I thought the end lesson was going to be he was going to just go be a teacher, so at least I didn't do that. It fell flat for me. I apparently was not the target audience for this film, and it just didn't resonate with me. Take it or leave it. For me, I really don't have a lot to say on this because I didn't really care about the movie.
Really? I don't know. I
didn't hate it. I didn't like it. Whatever.
I feel like what really worked for me is I loved the soundtrack, both the jazz pieces and sort of the synthy, vibes that Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. I feel like the score, their piece of that as well. I was very enamored, both just in, again, the moments, the visuals, the sounds. And the overall themes, I liked their approach to it, especially when you get into that realm where you've got these spirits that are these lost souls. Again, that reminded me of like kind of the eeriness, and just you felt uneasy, like a lot of moments with like Miyazaki films, like Studio Ghibli. Like I felt there were areas that took chances, and I appreciated that. And look, maybe this is playing into what you're saying. I will say this: I don't know that there was any specific character. Including, when you've got Joe as a main character, or even 22, that I'm going to look back on and remember them, or I'm going to remember that they're going to stand out to me as this iconic character. I felt like the movie, though, will always.
You're more likely to remember the hippie guy that was twirling the sign who was a pirate in the afterlife. I mean,
yeah. No, that was what was it Moonwind? Yeah,
right.
No, I thought that was
you're
a
more
likely
thing. Yeah, you're more likely to remember him than the main characters.
I don't know, man. I'm going to remember the vibes. Again, I feel like it perfectly encapsulates, intentionally or presumably unintentionally, right? No one knew this was going to be the year because it was going to come out this summer. But I feel like it was this, the message of taking in every moment, and the way that you kind of went into it thinking, oh, he's got to learn a life lesson. Oh, he's going to, finally get his moment. Oh, or maybe he's never going to come back to life and he's still going to learn something along the way, blah, 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 blah. But I really appreciated the fact that it did kind of catch me off guard, in that it kind of shifted and it became about 22 for a moment there, and him seeing how much she appreciated every little thing in the moment and not taking any moment for granted. And I do like what you were mentioning about the ending of the film, about maybe him going back as a teacher. They could have done that. They could have done a number of things, but it doesn't matter, because I feel like now more than ever, a lot of people need to just take a step back and say, you know what? It's not all about the end goal. It's not about chasing down that one thing or multiple things. It's you're in this moment for now. Take it in, and it sounds cliche, and it's a very familiar message. But the way that it was presented, the way that it was put together for this film, I thought was very, very well done, and I definitely appreciate it. Not my top Pixar movie, certainly not top 3, probably not top 5, but in certain areas, again, the emotional impact and things, it would be among the top. It was very. I was, it made an impact on me. I appreciated it.
Yeah, I'll forget about this movie in probably no time. It didn't have any impact on me. And at some point we'll be like, well, Pixar did that movie Soul. Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. No, did you like WALL-E? Because I feel like that was similar in the sense that not a lot happens from a dialogue story standpoint, but it communicates a lot throughout the film, right?
I think WALL-E, though, does a great job of communicating or resonating with you without the dialogue.
Sure.
Where this movie had all the dialogue and didn't communicate with me. I don't know that it was geared towards me. I still feel like this was somebody's passion project that finally got made. From a repeat viewership, I don't know that this would have drawn a lot of people to go back and see it a second time.
I think it would have been it would have cleaned up. It still will cleaned up at awards season, especially from, of course, animation department and everything like that. But I think, I
got more out of the Groot's New Age than I got out of this.
Cold-hearted son of a bitch, man. What is going on over there? How did you get the spark and be brought into this world? What's going on with you?
I was brought in to be the joy killer, I guess.
Look, I you can listen to Adam. You can agree with Adam, certainly, by all means. Please comment if you do. If you absolutely hate what Adam's saying, you disagree, don't take it out on all of us. I'm sitting here. Please note that. But like I would recommend it to anyone, certainly adults that have kind of gone through different phases in life. I'm not going to sit here and say plop your kids in front of this movie. Enjoy it as an adult. Enjoy it as a teenager, whatever it is. And I think there's a message for everyone except for Adam. You're seeing the channel right now with the one person. It was just like, what was that? I don't even remember anything about that film.
Yeah, I'll forget about this film. I totally will.
You already have, apparently.
Yeah. So yeah, it didn't resonate with me, and I was actually looking forward to it. Obviously it's got the Pixar name, which I've noticed on this film, on a lot of the posters and that they're Disney is very much making sure it says Disney Pixar on it, because with Disney being before Pixar, which I don't know if eventually, it makes me wonder if eventually Disney is going to get away, just, since they have all their own animation stuff at the same time, just Pixar get absorbed into Disney and it just be Disney. You don't even hear Pixar anymore. Because I had to look it up to see that it was even still, it was indeed a Pixar film. Because I'm like, everything I kept saying Disney, Disney, Disney.
I love that. I love all of this right now. Like, this movie made no impact. I'm going to forget all about this. But you know what? Just, I lost sleep over Disney, Pixar, the way that it's written and the order that because if you think about it, that was the most thought-provoking thing in this film for you. And that's just great.
I'm glad I can entertain you, Andrew. I really am.
I hope you're entertaining more than just me. I hope other people are being entertained by this. I don't know.
If they are, they should subscribe, and maybe I'll entertain them again in the future.
But please do. You know what to do. You know how this goes. You know what everybody wants from anybody that ever does any video on this YouTube universe, and that is like, subscribe. Appreciate you watching. Go easy on Adam, knowing that I'm sitting here again. You know, whatever you got to say, whatever you want to do.
I think it probably is a good film. It didn't resonate with me. I'm not gonna shame the film because again, the animation, the music, all that's fine. The story didn't resonate with me. So, you know, and that happens. Not every movie resonates with every person. So, you know, there's going to be some that are going to like it and some that aren't.
And they're going to be some that's just simply amused by your take on this. And that's me. That's me.
Yeah. Well, until our next video, which, if you didn't already know, there is a Cobra Kai is being released early.
Too long.
So it's a very good possibility that sometime after next weekend, Andrew and I will do a season 3 review of Cobra Kai. I don't know how long it'll take Andrew to watch it. I will have it watched within 5 hours.
Yeah, we'll see. It depends how much I care about my marriage and my children. We'll see.
Right. I will have it watched easily within 5 hours, but Andrew may take a little bit more time. But we'll definitely do a season 3 review. So that could be the next video that you see outside of this and our Wonder Woman video. So, yeah. And this has been It Takes Two Takes, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, Andrew with It Takes Two Takes. We're playing some royalty-free music, so don't even bother Shazamming that one. We got videos over here I think you're going to enjoy, and there's a button over here I'm going to enjoy. Let's make this all work together, right? Please subscribe. Check out what else we have going on. Thanks for watching.